Hey guys, this is Primeval giving you part 3 of our No Quitters multiplayer game. We were random and we rolled Songhai. So it doesn't look like there's anyone to endanger our settler here, so I'm just going to do a bit of exploring with my archer. There's a Greek scout down there as well as a barb camp, so I'm going to send this settler to grab that spot that we were discussing in the last video, and I'm going to get to work on did I not research? Why can't I build a watermill here? Did I already build the watermill? Oh, okay. Good on me. I am going to build another archer because we'll need that to clear this barb camp and rescue that worker that we saw walk by. So we're on what looks like a large island with only the Greeks. It's possible that we connect onto some other landmass to the east of Corinth there, but for the most part our only competition is coming from the Greeks, and it'll be smarter in the long run if we both cooperate in terms of not attacking each other, so that we can tech up and match any of our other neighbors who manage to play peacefully. So here I'm also going to go for a granary. Gao wants cotton. Do we have cotton? So I'm going to see if I can trade any luxuries with spades. We both have an excess luxury, so let's see if he goes for that. It's a good way to cultivate good relations. So I'm not in a hurry to grow this city. Is anyone working the wine? Alright, so this city will work this one wine tile, and it will work on a library. I'll eventually need a library. Start bringing this archer back. I guess I can get a shrine up. I do have time for that. And we can work on our library here. Actually, with this many tiles, it's better to get a worker, even if we're about to rescue a worker to the south. So we've got our 4 cities in, and we might be able to drop a 5th somewhere down here to claim these furs. Let's see, the yield of the fur tile isn't bad because of the forest. The deer won't be bad either once we get up a granary and get a camp in there as well. Settling right here would give us access to these fish as well. So that wouldn't be a bad spot for a 5th city. We'll see if we can get our happiness luxuries online. And so from here, we just got to keep an eye on the military, particularly Greece's military, and carefully balance the risk of going too heavy science with the risk of Greece coming and killing us. So if we manage to free whatever worker is here from one of these city-states, and there's still another barbarian wandering around, we can actually return the unit and then allow the barbarian to recapture the unit, capture it again for ourselves, and use it for ourselves. That way we'll get a bunch of free influence and still have the benefit of having a worker. So Greece, I think, managed to ally, or at least become friends with all of these city-states by clearing that one camp there. So that's really nice for them. So it means they'll get a couple free military units out of that. And if they don't do anything with those military units, then it'll just be a drain on their gold per turn because of all that extra upkeep. However, it might encourage them to come and attack me. So we'll see how that goes. Athens is already at 9 population versus our 8. And their satellite cities are much larger than ours. So they're in really good shape. We grow Timbuktu a little faster since we have that grain and the granary. And Greece's unique ability is that their influence with city-states declines much slower, or at half the rate compared to a normal Civ. So all of that influence that they got off these city-states is going to last quite a while. And also, my warrior is trapped here. So we're still tied with Greece in terms of number of techs discovered. Our manufactured goods are now somewhere near the average. Our population is still decent. And I think we have, we're tied for the most cities. Probably Lucky Noob also has 4 cities. And I think Spades only has the 3 that we can see. Let's open diplomacy with him to see. Yep, he has 2 other cities, Corinth and Sparta, and his capital, for a total of 3, versus our 4. So he probably has his national college up sooner than us. We haven't really been focusing on that. Since we're in for the long term, and I'm not feeling especially threatened by Greece, I'm going to try to get my economy online with these markets. So here's hoping that the Greek scout doesn't make any trouble and steal our worker here. If we're still at the bottom in terms of military strength, you might think that he can do whatever he wants without any repercussions. Hopefully that's not the case. So he's got composite bowmen, which could be trouble for us. Want to grab my worker back as quickly as possible, so that I can bring my archers back up to deal with any possible Greek disruption. Should be a fairly tight road network. All my cities are close to the minimum distance. So I need that worker. I would have liked to get some extra influence with Ragusa, but having the worker is much more valuable. And so the Greeks have all sorts of military units running around. I think that's mostly because these military city-states are giving them the units, but I definitely am going to have to start to worry soon, especially if I start seeing military units lined up along here. Fortunately, I'll have oligarchy online soon, and that'll give my cities a little more combat strength to deal with any Greek attacks. So the Greeks built a wonder, which is good. It means they're not going all out military on us. I think most of the tiles that I'll need to be defending are open terrain, so I'm just going to grab the open terrain promotion there and start coming home with our new worker. So that's interesting. My warrior is just sitting in this city-state because I clicked into the fog of war, but there's a unit there. We'll see if some of these composites move and I can actually get my warrior home. If not, maybe I'll gift it to Ragusa or something like that, maybe Sidon. Probably safer to gift it to Almaty since it's far away in case the Greeks turn any of these city-states. Looks like there's some excitement happening on one of the other islands or continents. So it looks like it's fine to have my warrior just sitting in a Hanoi like that. I just want this composite bowman to move so I can start moving myself. Having my warrior here lets me keep an eye on any of the Greek troop movements. It's kind of concerning that his warriors slid down towards me just there. Not really sure what they're up to, but I am definitely starting to worry. I'm still the lowest in terms of military, so I'm going to have to start churning out some units soon. I guess as soon as I finish this marketplace and this library. The Greeks are actually #1 in terms of number of techs discovered now. I've been going for the more expensive techs, so I might still be the tech leader in terms of beakers per turn, but they went for composite bows, etc. And so I'm actually going to have to go for that myself fairly soon. Yeah, I think, well, so we'll grab the 1 turn it takes to slingshot us into the medieval era, and that'll upgrade the damage and defensive values our cities have. And then we can worry about upgrading our archers to composite bowmen. So a lot of my cities want cotton. But there's no cotton on our, at least the part of our island that I've explored, which is too bad. We love the King Day resource. It's always it's a luck-based element. Sometimes you get a luxury that you can easily acquire, and sometimes not so much. So I'm going to have to get a worker over to Xi'an as quickly as possible to improve this marble. Maybe I'll buy a worker. Yeah. So do we need... How aggressive? Okay, so we're seeing more Greek units now, and that means that we definitely need to need our units to defend. So we'll start moving our archers over that way. Yep, the Greeks have the most units, and unless they're planning on just attacking these city-states here, we have to really start to worry. At least all of our cities are on hills. That gives them a little more combat strength. And in 4 turns, we'll have completed oligarchy, and we'll have a little more combat strength from that as well. So is that... So I think what we're going to need here are some walls. 12 turns till walls, but that's okay. Yep, so this whole lineup of Greek troops is definitely concerning, but at least they're not sneaking up on me. I know that I need to be prepared for a potential Greek invasion. Now, the question is, do I have time to squeeze out a settler? So getting the stables will definitely give me a nice boost to production. I think it boosts, gives an extra production to sheep and cattle tiles, as well as horses. No horses in range, but I do have 3 other tiles that will be improved. So we're going to start our road. I really don't know what this whole line of Greek troops are doing here. Maybe they're just constantly intimidating these city-states. We now have a number of archers online, so any attack will be a little more costly for the Greeks. They still have almost twice our military might, though. Oh, and here come some catapults, so we definitely need to start to worry. I think there's no two ways about this. Unless they're planning to attack Hanoi, we might have to do a first strike. So we got oligarchy on time to deal with the Greeks. Still not sure what they're doing. Their attack path towards me is by no means ideal. Can get to work on a horseman. And what do we need next? I think that we can afford to go for education here now that our composites are online. Just to let the Greeks know we're no pushovers, we'll start upgrading some of the troops that he can actually see. Oh man, that's a lot of units. So I'm hoping that the Greeks will reconsider now that they see that we have all of these composite bows. We're going to need a little more gold to upgrade everyone. But they still have quite a large force at our doorstep here. So I think I will have to preemptive strike him here. Ah, yeah. Get a road going to the front lines. This guy needs to be on alert. Also on alert. Should I first strike? I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Since he didn't respond. Get my road network online. Next turn I'm gonna need my composites up. Show Q at Q, stable. What other units do I have? You need to start on this road. You need to run away somewhere.